as you can see, there are two poems, Dust and Snow, which we have already covered. And there's one more poem which is given in your book by Robert Frost, that is Fire and Ice. So I'm going to cover this poem also. Now, first of all, Robert Frost, as you know, he's a very famous poet and he's a great admirer of nature, and he gives us beautiful messages by way of nature. So basically this poem is a meditation on the end of the world. Now, some people say that the world will end in fire. It is a belief that has come from Bible. So some people say that the world will end by fire, and this belief has come from Bible. In the Bible, there is a description of the end of the whole world by fire. On the other hand, some people believe that the world will end in ice. This belief has been given to us by scientists. The modern scientists maintain that a long winter will set in if a nuclear war breaks out. It will freeze all life to death on the planet. On the basis of his taste of worldly desires, the poet holds with those who favor the biblical point of view. So basically, the poet believes that the world is going to end by fire, because this belief has come from the Bible. And the second belief, that the world will end from ice, has come from scientists. Now, the poet equates fire with desire, and he says that he has tasted the evil effects of desire. Desire has the same effect as fire has. It generates evil and violence in the world. The fire of desire can cause a total destruction on this earth. So basically, Robert Frost tries to equate fire with desire. As fire is destructive, similarly he says, if we have desires in our life, it can also prove to be very destructive and can lead to the end of the life. So basically, fire and desire are being equated by the poet. Now, the poet says that another cause of destruction can be ice. Yes, that can be another cause of destruction. And this belief, this is truly believed by the scientists. He has found so much hate in mankind that it would suffice for the end of the world. Now, basically, in here, Robert Frost is trying to equate ice with hate. The poet says that if the world were to perish twice, hatred or ice could be a powerful weapon of destruction as fire or desire could be. Hatred makes a man dry emotionally. He becomes cold spiritually. He becomes barren mentally. He loses the power to judge rightly. So the poet equates hatred with ice. Both hatred and ice have a freezing effect. One kills a man physically and the other kills a man spiritually and mentally. So that is why the title which is given to the poem is Fire and Ice. So it shows that there are two ways in which a world will come to an end, either by fire, which is equated with desires, or with ice, which is equated with hatred. So let's start reading the poem and then you will clearly understand the meaning of the poem. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. Now the poet here wants to tell us that some people believe that the world will end with fire, and some people believe that it is going to end with ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But the poet says that according to my experience, Desire will end the world, and I hold with those who favor fire. Because desire is like fire. He equates desire with fire. So he says that I favor people who say that the world will end with fire. But if I had to perish twice, means if I had to die twice, what do you mean by perish? If I had to die twice, I think I know enough of hate. He says that I think I know enough of hate, means the world will die because of hate. To say that for destruction, ice is also great, because he says that ice is also enough for destruction. Basically, he's trying to equate ice with hate and fire with desire. And would suffice. He says that even ice or hatred is sufficient for the destruction of the world. So this is the message which the poet wants to convey, that we should not have desires and hatred in us, because desires and hatred leads to the destruction of the world. So I hope you have understood this poem. It's a very short and nice poem. Try to read it twice and you will automatically understand the meaning of the poem. Thank you and have a nice day.